As an industry murderously overloaded its teams by 1934, the horses retired so we could overload our dual-drive six-wheelers. Man, were those horses ever lucky.
International Harvester makes a complete line of trucks, the best that men, money, and more than a century of manufacturing experience can build. The factory at Fort Wayne, where heavy-duty models are manufactured, occupies 125 acres. At Springfield, Ohio, is another big international truck factory. Here, too, an army of skilled workmen produce light-duty trucks for industry, agriculture, and commerce in every quarter of the globe. There are internationals to meet every hauling need, dependably and economically. No international, from the light delivery units to the big six-wheelers, leaves these factories until every part and unit has passed the rigid tests and inspections qualifying it for the exacting standards, which assure top-notch performance in the completed truck. Work of skilled craftsmen is carefully checked at every stage of manufacture. Devices like these constantly guard material quality and dimensional accuracy. The business of moving coal at large strip mines is being taken over by motor trucks. Here is a typical installation. International trucks with gondola semi-trailers. Trucks cut strip mine equipment investment and operating cost and work in unison with the other machinery. The internationals on the job at this mine are every inch a match for heavy-duty work like this. These semi-trailer units haul 10-ton payloads. They combine stamina, flexibility, and tremendous pulling ability. Mud and steep grades are common here, but internationals are built to meet these conditions. Internationals fulfill the exacting requirements of economy and dependable performance, sturdy construction throughout, and such special features as individually replaceable cylinders and easily replaced main and connecting rod bearings assure long life and low-cost maintenance. International heavy-duty trucks are available in sizes, types, and wheelbases to meet every specialized hauling need. Hundreds of big utility companies in all parts of the country have learned the economy of international truck transportation. For installation and light maintenance work, the Illinois Bell Telephone Company employs many international half-ton units with special convenient body equipment like this. Here's an international doing a big job in a big way. Six-wheelers in both dual drive and trailing axle types are available in many sizes and wheelbases. International six-wheel trucks offer many definite economic and operating advantages. Among the more important of these are greater payload in proportion to truck weight, better load distribution, substantial economies in tire, fuel, and lubrication expense, longer life, with reduced maintenance costs, greater safety, maneuverability, and ease of handling, improved riding qualities, and last but not least, wider economical operating range due to larger payloads through higher maximum weight limits permitted by most states. International trucks take an important part in all branches of the food industry. Probably this fruit was hauled from a Florida grove to the packing house in an international. Here is a typical heavy-duty unit used by many of the leading fruit and produce houses. Stamina and ability to carry heavy loads economically are the chief requirements of produce men, wholesale grocers, and meat packers. What Indiana thinks of internationals was well demonstrated in this parade of trucks bought by the Highway Department all at one time. 50 were 2-ton capacity and 18 more 4-ton units. These trucks are now taking part in Indiana's big road building program. The use of trucks is one of the most profitable steps in power farming. In the beautiful Palouse country of Washington, the man who owns these rolling acres will get his wheat to market quickly and conveniently over improved or unimproved roads with his international. These trucks are steadily taking over field and farm to rail or market hauling of all manner of crops all over the country. They speed up deliveries of grain, livestock, poultry, and produce. Thousands of international trucks of many sizes and with many types of bodies are operated by leading bakery organizations. This fleet of speedy, economical half-ton units with special bodies is operated in Indianapolis by the Omar Baking Company, which also employs many other internationals at various plants in the Middle West. Executives of Mandel Brothers, Chicago department store, congratulate George Marketek, Mandel driver. He hasn't had an accident in 10 years. Here they are, Mandel Brothers 46 new internationals, ready to go to work in Chicago, designated as Mandel Brothers Safety Fleet, emphasizing the store's modernizing program. Full-page newspaper advertisements call public attention to Mandel's new delivery equipment. This kind of a job really tests truck standard and truck performance. Big city newspaper deliveries must be made on time, especially in the congested downtown areas where competition at every corner is unusually keen. The importance of motor trucks to a large-scale poultry and egg business was evident at the Western Washington Fair at Puyallup, Washington, when the poultry and egg producers had their day. As the Egg Day program high spot, more than 60 of the Washington Cooperative Egg and Poultry Association 117 internationals were paraded before packed fairground stands. When the association was organized in 1917, hauling was done mostly by the individual producers. But as the organization grew, speedier transportation of eggs and poultry from farm to market or shipping point called for trucks and plenty of them. During 1934, the association's trucks covered over 1,600,000 miles, moving 143,000 tons, about 8,000 carloads of eggs, produce, and feed. When you want to know if a truck can take it, put it to work with the brawny lumberjacks in the Northwest, where hauling giant logs like these is a daily routine job. Dependable international performance has made these sturdy transportation units favorites among timber operators. You will find them wherever logging calls for trucks of unquestioned stamina and power. Here is a real job for good drivers and good trucks. The horse is retiring from the milk delivery business. A trend is to motorize delivery units, for it's the efficient, economical way. International provides two models especially designed for low-cost, house-to-house delivery. Here is the latest thing for milk delivery, a refrigerated truck. 30 internationals like this in the Wheelan Fleet, Chicago, were the first refrigerated milk trucks of this type manufactured. This truck delivers milk as cold and fresh as when it left the plant, and it saves time and money on frequent stop routes. At Bonneville, Oregon, 40 miles east of Portland and 145 miles from the Pacific, soon will rise the great Bonneville Dam, which when completed will impound Columbia River waters to create a lake 50 miles long. Here, as on all huge construction jobs, internationals are doing their part. Here, White Brothers' huge international six-wheelers gladden the hearts of the men who drive them. These dual-drive six-wheel trucks splash through the water and mire and are on their way to the fill. The powerful engine hums while the driving wheels churn their way inch by inch through mud and slime to solid ground. Through the patented international power divider, equal power is delivered to both rear axles, a vitally important factor in heavy hauling operations where steep grades are encountered. In laundry and dry cleaning service, as well as retail delivery work of all kinds, the International half-ton panel truck has proved its ability to do the job speedily and economically. International trucks are on the job at Grand Coulee Dam on the Columbia River in central Washington. When finished, Grand Coulee Dam will be 4,000 feet long and 500 feet wide. 17 million cubic yards of concrete will be used in its construction, 2.5 times the amount used in Boulder Dam. Mrs. C.M. Payne and her son are proud of their fleet of heavy-duty internationals. These big 10-tonners haul dirt up a steep grade to a dump a mile away and run rings around rival fleets. Mrs. Payne, one of the few women in big-time contracting, says, "My internationals are most economical for heavy hauling." Now the Internationals working in the excavation where the great dam is to be anchored haul dirt and rock from the shovels and dump it on the end of a big belt conveyor which carries from 2,000 to 2,500 cubic yards an hour, 22 hours a day, 7 days a week, across the Columbia River and over a hill to Rattlesnake Canyon, 1.25 miles away. Hurrying food to family tables, hauling giant logs to busy sawmills, moving millions of tons of earth and rock, stepping up the work on the nation's farms, speeding the news of a fast-moving world. No matter what the transportation need, or whether the job calls for speed or stamina, there's an International built to do the work the way you want it done, and to do it at low cost.